YouTube above average code here, and welcome into the first video with the new microphone setup where we get to talk about some ranked updates that are coming to Halo Infinite. And I say that in an optimistic tone because there are some very important things being added to ranked as soon as the next month or so. Guys, let's dive right into it. All I ask is go down below and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Guys, we're coming up on 7,000 subs, and I literally never, ever ask in my videos ever, except at the end. So, asking early to mix it up a little bit here, guys. So, big term here, ranked demotion protection. And I'm just going to tease the second part here because this is even bigger, guys. Ranked quit penalty adjustments, but not so fast. We got to go one thing at a time here, guys. And this post is up on Halo Waypoint. This is from Tashi himself. It's all over Twitter. This is happening. It is very big here, guys. So the ranked demotion protection. I'm just going to read it because they explain it really well. You just leveled up from gold into platinum. Nice work. That wasn't easy. Unfortunately, in your next game, you didn't play too hot, or maybe you got a phone call and were distracted, or maybe one of your teammates quit. This all happens quite often. Well, back to gold you go. This is a very common occurrence, guys. I cannot tell you how many people I have seen, even in my own lobbies, break 1500, 1501, lose, they get knocked down 10. I'm even experiencing it going from D4 to D5. I crawl my way into D5, I lose a ton of SR and get demoted. This won't apply to that specifically, but every time basically you make a big rank up, being diamond to onyx, or here the example is gold into platinum, you get ranked demotion protection, guys. So basically you have a 3-game grace period where you will not lose rank. So if you play bad for 2 games and you lose them, 0 SR loss. But if you play good that third one, you can still gain the SR. Now, the example scenario they give is you level up in Onyx, your CSR is 1503. If you lose a game, disconnect, or quit, your new CSR will be 1500. So you will go back to the floor, but anything past that is 0 SR, which will keep you in Onyx. If the same thing happens 2 more times, you will stay 1500. This is a really interesting thing that they are experimenting with here. I know Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2, last year's COD, they had it where at the start of each season, instead of placement matches, you actually had 3 games where you can rank up all you want, but you will not lose any SR for any of those losses. Now, to elaborate here, winning a game will count as one of the 3 protection games. It's not 3 losses, it's 3 games no matter what happens. But what I'm getting out of here, guys, from the example scenario is that if you win if you win 2 of the games and lose 1, you will still lose SR, just the floor will keep you at 1500. So if you get to 1510, let's say, and you lose, and say you're going to lose, 12 for the loss, you'll only lose the 10 back down to 1500. So it doesn't protect any SR past that 1500. It just keeps you from going back to, in this example, Diamond 6, which I think that's great. I'm not going to complain about this in the slightest. This, oddly enough, happens a ton. And obviously, we have nothing to work for in ranked right now. I'm actually going to have a video coming on that because it's pretty stale right now. Except that next rank, gold into platinum, platinum into diamond, diamond into onyx. And that's the only thing we have to work for right now. So that's really great that they're going to give me a 3-game wall to keep me from plowing myself right back down into the lower rank, which, again, happens quite often to a lot of us. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this improvement in the comments. Do you think they could have done more? Do you think they should have kept it the way it was? I'm really interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Now, on to the big kahuna here, the ranked quit penalty adjustments. I'm not going to read their little example, but basically, guys, if a teammate leaves, say you queue up solo and somebody leaves right off the rip, and basically you'd leave, you'd lose the 5 points, you'd stay in the game, you'd lose your full allotment of points, whatever. Now you can leave with no penalty. So basically, guys, if someone on the other team quits, can I quit with no penalty? Yes, and I think that first question sums it up pretty much the best there. If someone on my fire team quits and then I quit, what's the penalty? You will lose up to 5 CSR just like it is today. So if you are queuing up in a 4-stack, trying to protect your SR with somebody quitting out of the game, Can't do it. It has to be a random somebody not in your fire team. Otherwise, you will lose the CSR just like you are today when a random quits. If someone not on my fire team quits, but we stay and lose the game, how much CSR? 0. No matter how long you stay in the game, you get 0 CSR. Ranked games are not meant to be played out with uneven teams. Players should be able to leave with no penalty and just start searching again for another match. How long has this game been out? How long has this game been out? I'm always a better late than never guy, but I have to say it. This is how it should have been. It's such a big team game. If somebody leaves, a 3v4 is a monster disadvantage in this game. So I'm happy to see it now, but I can't believe it took this long. So yeah, whether you stay in the game, you leave the game, whatever, 0 CSR. Heck, you can stay there and just use them as shooting practice if you want. Doesn't matter. Fantastic change. What happens if a teammate quits or crashes while loading into the game? The first quit after the match starts will still receive a full penalty, but after that, all players will be able to leave without any penalty. I've seen it plenty of times where you load into a 3v4 and it doesn't count as somebody leaving. It counts as somebody just not being there. So it sounds like that will still be affected because it says the first quit after the match starts. So if you get unlucky and get that match where you load in with just 3 teammates and there's no fourth or anything, it sounds like you can still get boned there. If someone in my game quits and then I decide to quit for no penalty, will I still get hit with the ban hammer? No, they literally fixed this. So if you leave, like, if you have 3 crash outs in a row and you're not the first to leave, like you can, like that person crashed out and then you're second to leave, it doesn't count towards your ban or your timeout or whatever you want to call it, which is very great. All fantastic changes. Better late than never. Should have come forever ago, but we will take what we can get. Hopefully we're on our way to possibly a rejoin feature. I think that'd be great. It's still kind of tough in Halo because the game can turn into a landslide very, very quickly on a lot of these maps and layouts, but hey, topic for another video, topic for another day. These are great changes. Again, share your thoughts in the comments, guys. Next up, extraction changes are coming. I'm glad to see they're coming as soon as December because I've been saying for a while, a lot of people have been saying it, get it out of ranked. It is so bad and campy right now where it should not even be in ranked, but hey, based on the feedback they've heard from players, they made some key updates. You will not see these updates in the extraction featured in social playlists, so these are strictly ranked changes here. Audio changes. You can hear the extraction point is being converted anywhere on the map. This meant players were able to leave the area and return once the sound cue popped up. This is what led to people camping off of the point, and they could hide and just pop out once they were trying to convert the point. With this upcoming audio change, the device itself will emit the audio, meaning you'll have to be in a close vicinity to hear if it's being converted. As a result, teams will need to pay closer attention to the device. Great change. So now basically it's prox audio, basically proximity. So you have to be in the proximity of the device to hear this, otherwise you will not hear it. This is great. This leads to the strat that I always talked about, leaving one person near the device and leaving everybody else off the device. So if somebody's on the device, they can be like, hey, guys, it's getting converted, get over here. Or if they die, maybe they can hear it in the respawn screen or everything of the sort. Adds a nice little aspect to it, and it makes it a little bit less, oh, I'm just going to camp off the point and then fly in and throw grenades when it's time. Good change. Great audio change. UI changes. Right now you can see in your UI when the extraction point's being converted. Similar to the above, this allowed players, again, to camp. Basically off the point, stare at it, use sound cues, and then go to play the point. With our upcoming change, this will go away almost entirely. The UI will no longer indicate you when the extraction point is actually being converted, and it will also no longer indicate how much time is remaining. It's going to play a bit old school and hardcore, as players and coaches will be needing to time the extractions and so on and so forth. So this is great because I always said this has the potential to be a search and destroy mode, not so much in the term of not being respawn, but I just like the way the bombs plant in search and destroy in Call of Duty. You can plant the bomb in certain spots, and you don't really know if somebody's defusing unless you go back and check the bomb. This pretty much makes it as such. Same thing in search and destroy. You can hear when somebody's tapping the keys defusing the bomb, right? This is exactly the same thing. Somebody has to physically go check the objective, see if there's a person on it, or be very close to it and use the audio cues and then make a play. And it converts pretty quickly, so you have to act quick. This makes you actually play the objective and pay attention to the objective and play the game the way it's supposed to be played, not just sit in a corner, chill back, wait till a play is made, and then, okay, now I guess I'll go play the extraction device. This is really huge. I'd like to see further changes, like with the spawns, maybe even the placements of the points, which they did just make some moves, but it still feels a little spotty. But these two are very crucial changes, and although they don't severely change the way the mode is going to be played from a fundamental standpoint, it very much improves the game mode in terms of how campy and disgusting the mode is, which is what made it unplayable. So great changes all together in this post, guys. All fantastic updates. I'm very pumped to see them coming as soon as December. Again, this is titled December Ranked Updates. You guys can see the entire post here on Halo Waypoint. It's all over Twitter if you want to read a little bit deeper into it, but this was kind of just my wrap-up. Personally, super excited. Great changes. And just things that really needed to be done a long time ago. But again, I'll say it one more time, better late than never. But alrighty, guys, that covers everything that is coming in the December ranked update. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, which I already mentioned. Leave a like on the video as well, and then leave a comment, guys. Share your thoughts. The positives, the negatives. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this update altogether. And then lastly, channel membership. Super thanks if you'd like to support monetarily. It helps me out a lot as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys, this one was a little longer than I wanted it to be, but there's quite a bit of things to talk about here, even though they are just 3 things that should have been in the game quite some time ago. But alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support lately. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.